Hey everyone, wanted to do a video on the CV Fabrication Pro Performance intake for the 21 through 24 Ford Bronco 2.3 liter. This will not work with 25 and up. That will be another intake in the future. So this video is just going to be an overview, my thoughts on the intake, my experience with the intake, and also the back half of the video is going to be like a step-by-step installation instructions to help you all install it yourself. There's a couple little tips and tricks I'll share as well that will make things a little bit easier. To start things off, my overall thoughts on this intake are very positive. Now, I consider this intake kind of the best bang for your buck on the market, and I'll talk about that here momentarily. But if you're looking for, if you're looking for an intake that obviously improves flow, this one flows about 29% over stock. I will tell you, if you have a stock Ford Bronco, meaning your tune is stock, you're not using a Ford Performance Pro Cal or a piggyback or a custom tune, you're really not going to see a huge difference with the intake by itself. It's kind of more of a complementary type product, right? So if you have a Ford Performance tune, or again, a piggyback tuner, or even better, a custom tune, now that it's opened up, this is going to make a much larger difference than it would if you're just running the stock or OEM tune. Most colder intakes make a lot of noise. This one does not. It's actually barely louder than OEM. So some of you might be disappointed by that. Some of you might be happy by that. That's completely subjective. But if you're looking for a really loud intake, this is not the one for you. Now, maintenance has come up a couple of times. I know people have asked about, well, how do you maintain it? Is it a pain in the butt to take it off? The answer is no, it's not. So to remove the airbox itself, it's as simple as removing this bolt here. I think it's a 10mm bolt, and removing this clamp. And then moving this clip right here. So you have three things that you have to remove. After you do that, it's pliable enough for you to pull the airbox out. So it's really not that difficult. You can do it in a couple of minutes. Now the air filter in itself is a washable and cleanable air filter. So meaning you can run this air filter under warm water to clean it out and then let it air dry outside and then just pop it back in. So this should last a long time. Now, CV Fabrication does sell replacements, but you'll have to reach out to their customer service in order to get one. But you probably won't have to replace this. But again, it depends on the environment that your Bronco's in. If you're out west or a really sandy or dusty environment, then you may have to replace it versus just daily driving it or whatever. So, but again, it is washable. Just run it under warm water and wait for it to dry and pop it back in. So that part of the maintenance is actually super easy. It's not a big deal at all. It's not as easy as some of those other models where you can pop the lid off, obviously, but again, it's not hard. So let me talk about some tips and tricks as far as the installation. For those of you that have been in the Bronco scene for a while, you've probably read some stories, heard some stuff about these intakes being super, super sensitive to leaks and things like that. So what I mean by that is like evap leaks, just things that would set like a check engine light or whatever else. It kind of plagued the first round of intakes when they first came out. With this intake, I kind of took some extra steps to ensure I wouldn't have any of those issues. And so what that really looks like is I used some of this Permatex thermal sealant on all of the bungs. So anything that has threaded bungs that threads into the plastic. So you have one here for the evap, and then you have another one down here for the PCV. I use this sealant on those bungs to ensure a tight seal. Some people use Teflon tape. I don't like Teflon tape. If any of that tape gets dislodged in the back and goes in your intake, not a good thing. So I don't use Teflon. I use that Permatex thread sealant. That's a high temperature sealant as well. Also, you have the bungs itself. So the metal bungs where the evap goes into, you have one here and you have two down here, which I know are probably hard to see. And then you have the PCV line here. Now on the bungs themselves, I actually put a very, very thin layer of dielectric grease. It's high temperature grease. That will just ensure the O-ring on the actual connectors has a tight seal and won't have any problems. This design of intake as well also uses rubber grommets for both these evap lines, and it also uses a rubber grommet for the IAT sensor. I again take some of this dielectric grease and I just take a very thin layer and I put it around the grommet for both of the evap grommet and the IAT grommet to ensure a tight seal. I haven't had any issues, no check engine lights, nothing like that. It's been operational, running great. So that's what I would recommend doing if you're concerned. But I will mention that CV Fabrication is releasing an updated version of this intake in the coming months. So right now it's March 2026. So if you're watching this in the future, they may have a completely revised intake to replace this one. Now, the big benefit about this intake is that it is the best bang for your buck on the market. Right now, it's $299 on CV Fabrication's website. That's free shipping, no taxes, and a lifetime warranty. If you use, I am an affiliate with CV Fabrication, so if you use my code FULLSPEED, you can save an extra 5%. That brings the cost down to $285. And again, free shipping, lifetime warranty, no taxes. You're gonna be hard pressed to find an intake, one that replaces the box and the elbow here that goes into the turbo for that price. It's a killer deal. And you can find the box intakes or just replace the filter for obviously much cheaper, but for the full setup, I don't think there's a better priced option that's out there. So far, so good. I really enjoyed this intake. It's like I said, it's not overly loud, but I'm okay with that with this build. I don't have any problems with it. And I also want to take a second to talk about the PCV line right here. This is a big problem for a lot of folks because these orange PCV lines, as you can see here, and also there's one here on the valve cover, then they're notorious for being a pain in the butt to remove. The kit doesn't include anything to help you remove it, so you will have to provide some of your own tools to do so. Some people use like a 90-degree pick tool to get underneath here, and there's 3 clips, and pick and basically apply pressure on those clips to pull off the tube that's down here. Now, I will say on the OEM unit, it is very, very tight in here. You're gonna be hard pressed to get anything underneath there to really, when it comes to pick tool, that is, to really get a good bite to remove that. So I kind of played around for a little bit and figured that, I tried one of these low profile fuel disconnect lines. This is I think it's a 5/8. And it's just not deep enough for it to work, unfortunately. So I wasn't able to get this to work. And so what I did is I took some of the cheap fuel line disconnects, like you find them at any auto parts store, and I basically cut it in half and then also kind of trimmed the lip of them down a little bit. So you can see here, I kind of trimmed the lip of this down. And what you really want to do is I have a line here that is an old line that's broken. And really what you want to do is you want to get in here. You can see that the clips here are all broken, right? This one has 3 broken clips. I think this side actually has, yeah, this one actually has 1 clip in operation. So this is what the clip looks like. It's this little plastic tab here, right? And there's 3 of them in this whole setup. And what you're really trying to do is you're trying to squeeze this portion of this fuel line disconnect in there to kind of compress the clip so you can jar it loose. Now, if you use this 1/2-inch fuel disconnect and you cut it in half like this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to work it around the entire line here. So you want to put it in there and kind of work it around. You want to obviously know where the clips are inside. So if you look at the line itself, if you look at the top of it, there's this big kind of meaty part of the line here. That's where 1 clip is located, and then it's kind of in a TriStar situation here. So if you look at the top, there's a clip there. There's going to be 2 more there on each side on the bottom. So kind of use that as a reference. Hopefully that helps. I know it's a little bit difficult to get to this. It's probably what took me the longest to get out. Worst case scenario, if you end up breaking these clips, you can buy this replacement part at Ford Parts, any dealership. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks, something like that. So it's not the end of the world if you end up breaking it. I tried to do it without breaking it, but I wanted to just at least take this one off to show everybody what's really involved taking off these lines. So again, these clips are all broken, but you're gonna wanna just push those in there and make sure they compress that tab and then pull it out. So that's probably the hardest part of the installation. Other than that, everything else is pretty easy as far as the overall install. I also installed the CV Fabrication charge pipes at the same time. So I'll do a separate video on that. But you might see some clips in the install video that shows the charge pipe may be missing. So if you're wondering, well, that's the reason. I think that's it. So far, overall, good experience with the CV Fab Pro Performance intake. It's a killer option if you want to save money by doing some performance modifications to your Ford Bronco. We'll go ahead and jump into the installation portion of this video. Do remember to go ahead and disconnect your negative battery terminal cable before you do any performance modifications on your Bronco. And then let's jump into it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.